Now for our featured story of the day. Michael Saylor, the Giga Chad, predicts Bitcoin hitting $49 million by the year 2045 in his bull scenario. So I'm going to be breaking this down for you, family. Altcoin Daily's Austin Arnold discusses Bitcoin's future price as Saylor boldly says it could hit 3 million even in the worst case scenario. Worst case scenario, 3 million per bitty. Yes, please. So yeah, Saylor's recent bull predictions for the Bitcoin future have captured the attention of the crypto community. Scott Melker, host of the Wolf of Wall Street's pod, recently explored the idea of Bitcoin hitting that 49 million target by 2045 with Altcoin Daily host Austin Arnold. Now, let me know, fam, if you were able to watch Michael Saylor's speech over in Nashville. If you haven't, you can watch it over on the Bitcoin Magazine channel. They've uploaded the majority of the speakers, and it's pretty lit, by the way. So shout out to the Giga Chad. Now, Melker opened the conversation by highlighting that Michael Saylor's startling forecast by 2045. So what is that? 21 years from here, family. The Bitcoin price can be anywhere from 3 million in a worst case scenario to 49 million in a best case scenario, with a mid-range of about 13 million per BTC. Melker remarked on the grandeur of such predictions, emphasizing the market's fascination with the hyperbolic price forecast. Austin Arnold shared his perspective, reflecting on Saylor's reputation as a highly knowledgeable figure in tech and crypto. Arnold stressed that Saylor backs his predictions with data, asserting the Bitcoin reaching 13 million per coin is not a matter of if, but when. Let me know if you agree. He pointed out that the devaluation of fiat currencies, particularly the US dollar, is inevitable, driving Bitcoin's value up in comparison. Arnold noted that the alarming statistic that 40% of all USD ever printed occurred in the last 4 years. That's mind-boggling, underscoring the government's tendency to print more money to sustain markets. This fiscal irresponsibility, he argued, positions Bitcoin to rise significantly. That's right, folks. Bitcoin has no top because fiat has no bottom. And no matter how many times they lie to you saying, we have inflation under control, meanwhile, they're 35 trillion in debt and guaranteed to continue to print. And you can't print your way out of the debt. So what is that going to do? It's going to make the dollar worthless. Your purchasing power is mathematically guaranteed to continue to decrease as they continue to print, and vice versa. Your purchasing power in Bitcoin is mathematically guaranteed to increase as they continue to print. And that's all you need to know. Save in the Bitcoin, fam. Melker then mentioned other significant predictions, such as Cathie Wood's forecast of Bitcoin reaching a milli by 2030. In fact, she even upped that more recently. I believe the new target is as high as 3.8 million by 2030, according to Cathie Wood, as I've covered here in the pod. Arnold responded by sharing his belief that Bitcoin could hit 500,000 per coin within the next decade, aligning its market cap with that of gold, which is currently just north of 16 trillion. Now, he suggested if Bitcoin were to reach the 1 million mark, it would indicate severe macroeconomic issues. So there you have it. I mean, $500,000 Bitcoin can potentially happen by this time next year. I'm just going to throw it out there. Don't got to take 5 years for that to come to fruition. This bull run is just getting started. We just had a halving on April 19th. We typically run parabolic up to 19 months preceding the halving. So if history is to rhyme or repeat, then next year we'll hit our cycle peak somewhere in the six-figure range. It could be 100,000, it may be 200,000. It could be as high as 700,000. We really don't know. Again, Bitcoin has no top because fiat has no bottom. Now, in 21 years, I mean, it's hard to predict what will even happen the following year. But 21 years from now, can you potentially see a worst-case scenario of a $3 million Bitcoin price? Can you see the 12 million target, or as high as the bull scenario at 49 million per coin? I can totally see it, especially if the US dollar gets hyperinflated. Then the more likely we get those outrageous price predictions coming into fruition. If you think of it that way, just like Jurrien Timmer of Fidelity predicted Bitcoin hitting $1 billion per coin, would it be 1 billion per coin by the year 2038? Because he says after Bitcoin hits 10 million, the dollar is going to be hyperinflated so bad, the dollar purchasing power of the dollar is going to be worthless. And that's when we can have those crazy predictions come into fruition. You know, the 20, 30, 50, 100 million per coin. Anything's possible, family. Let me know your thoughts, and welcome to the Q&A segment of the live stream.